Okay, family, just doing an earthquake report, kind of doing a marathon, trying to fight off sleep. Not fight it off too much. It's the past 30 days. The KineticMind.com news report. Right now, the website is down. Some things going on. And I don't know what's going on, but we're going to be going back to the old website. I will be leaving links for that. Have to change that out. Okay. So this is just a snapshot of the global earthquake events as brought out in the previous video, which kind of gives us a scope of how things are going. Things are red hot in those oceans. Okay, and if we have another interplanetary magnetic body, a magnetic influence coming into the inner solar system, all right, we should see these magnetic vortices, which is what we see on the sun and even on the earth. We should see these things. And of course, with this tremendous amount of energy that's taking place right now with this alignment and eclipse, tides, and we've seen winds taking place. We saw lightning hit the Lady Liberty's hand, or torch or flame. There'll be signs everywhere, right? So you gotta look for signs in the next couple of days. Shout out to the people that's fasting and gonna be having those crystals activated. Try to be bringing in good things while these demons and devils try to bring in evil. Summary. So it's going to be kind of for people who are not really familiar about earthquakes. I said I was going to go in a little bit more in depth. Compiling earthquake data over the past 30 days reveals significant global seismic activity. This is a 30-day report again. This report details earthquake occurrences, magnitudes, depths, and affected regions. Earthquake preparedness tips and resources are provided for public awareness and safety. An earthquake is a shaking of the surface of the earth resulting from a sudden release of energy in the earth's crust. This can cause buildings to shake, sometimes destroying them, and may result in significant changes to the earth's surface. In the last 30 days, global seismic activity has been active. Over the past month, the earth's crust has been particularly active, leading to numerous earthquakes across the globe. These natural events range from minor tremors that barely felt to significant earthquakes that caught the international community's attention. Magnitude does matter. And what is magnitude? It is a measure of energy released by the earth, by an earthquake and by the earth. A higher number indicates a stronger earthquake. Trends observed. So most recorded earthquakes range from magnitude 2.0 to 5.0 in magnitude. There were several impactful events over magnitude 5.0, which were considered moderate to strong. Understanding earthquake depth. What is depth? It refers to how far below the Earth's surface the earthquake starts, known as the hypocenter. Key observations. Shallow quakes less than 7 kilometers deep were more common, and tended to be more strongly felt, in the past month. So deep earthquakes over 300 kilometers were less frequent, but can still cause widespread shaking. Geographical highlights. High activity zones included the Pacific Ring of Fire, which is usually active and is expected due to the tectonic plate boundaries. Notable quakes was a 5.8 magnitude quake which struck offshore Japan, causing moderate shaking in coastal regions. A 6.3 event occurred in South America with reports of minor damage. And of course, we have the earthquakes today that I reported as well. Earthquakes can strike without warning, making preparedness crucial for safety. At home, secure heavy furniture, right? Create an emergency plan and have a kit ready to go. During an earthquake, drop, cover, and hold. Stay indoors until shaking stops. In the aftermath, be cautious of aftershocks, check for damages, and listen to official updates. Another thing is if you live in a coastal area with lots of mountains and mountain ranges and big hills and, various depths, it's good to be aware of landslides. If you don't have enough time to move away from the landslide, if there's a solid wall between you and that hill, you might have a better chance, of just tucking right near that wall in the corner, covering your head. It depends, of course, if it's a landslide or whatnot. It's really hard to escape those situations. Resources for further information, of course, you have the USGS website, which some people don't really trust them. I don't. And local government emergency management office, Red Cross, and other disaster preparedness organizations are available, but some people don't really trust the Red Cross. And I understand. Here are different graphs to help visualize the data better. Of course, you can visualize that data better there. And in conclusion, the monitoring and reporting seismic activity is important for preparedness. And the past 30 days have shown the earthquakes are constant and part of Earth's dynamic nature and changing nature. As they increase and as we see more signs, if this pole shift event is going to happen, in which we see a geomagnetic pole shift, we see a physical shift, with magnitude 10 or 11 earthquakes. These are, you can't, you can't fully prepare for something that strong, but you make your best. You work with what you got. Plain and simple. I mean, these times that we're living in now, our generation has never seen anything like it. I mean, literally step by step. You look at the book of Revelations and you look at how, of course, the powers that be go by the book of Revelations too. But you look at it all and it's like, wow, this is really happening. And I think some people just don't know how to respond. Some people just don't want to think about, I think, a lot of the things going on right now because it's too serious. They can't handle it. And I understand, man. Like, it's, not everybody wants to look into this type of particular information, but, it's all in perspective. It's all in about, for me, it's about being aware and keeping people informed. So y'all have a wonderful night. I'm going to get some rest. I'm really tired.